These two guys are competing against each other in a survival challenge in two different lands and with different styles. Guess who will be the winner? First, let's start with Buzzcut Guy. I am heading deep into the Borneo Rainforest. The Borneo Rainforest is located in the Western Pacific, on an equatorial island in the center of the Malay Archipelago. This area is covered by rainforest, makes this wilderness survival full of unknowns and dangers. I will enter the rainforest alone, without bringing any food, fire starters, or outdoor tools, relying only on my hands. I will survive here for 12 days. Alright, now, they have gone back. I am left here all alone. I am already deep in the heart of the Borneo Rainforest. This is the real wilderness. So beautiful. I also collected two bottles from the fishing boat. Don't underestimate them. Apart from these filming and power supply equipment and two water bottles, I brought nothing else, including clothes. The shoes are the only thing I wore, and probably this layer of body fat. I need to quickly find a place to camp. There is one essential condition. There must be water, drinkable water. The water in this river is too dirty and drinkable. I don't want to end my challenge early. I'll follow this river downstream. There are many small gullies. Small streams converge into this big river. That's where I can find drinkable water. Walking barefoot and shirtless in the jungle is not an easy task. The jungle is full of thorns and spiky plants. I have to be extra careful to avoid stepping on sharp objects or getting cut. It's already getting late. I need to hurry up. Now, let's start with Chubby Guy. His only option for now is a brutal one. He must simply endure the night until dawn. The next day, he makes a strategic choice to follow a dry riverbed. This is an excellent omen. This river has completely dried up, drawing on his vast experience. He knows such places often hide precious water in trapped pools. But right now, there's not even a trace of a puddle, let alone any drinking water to be found. His priorities are starkly clear. First, water. Second, he must locate a suitable campsite for the day. He settles in, leaning against his backpack. His search lasts nearly half an hour. He spots a promising sign, flowering plants. Their presence here is a response, a clear indicator that water is very close by. Where there are flowers needing water, a source is almost always within 500 meters. He moves through an area of massive trees. In this rich environment, medicinal plants can be seen everywhere. He even finds a natural energy booster, a man's best friend out here. Meanwhile, what is Buzzcut Guy doing? It's extremely humid and hot. If I don't find water soon, I'll dehydrate quickly. The jungle's stifling heat is rapidly evaporating the water from my body, so I really need to hurry. Here is a deeper ditch. I think there should be water. Usually, water gathers in such deep trenches. Ouch, it's so steep. Wow, water is right ahead. A small, clear, greenish stream. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm coming. Oh. Oh. Wow, there are even fish. A very nice little stream. The water is very clear. The only downside is there are quite a lot of rotten leaves, but compared to the muddy ditch outside, it's much better. Ah, sweet! Haha! Wow, excellent. Actually, this water might look clean, but it's still better not to drink it directly like this. I have no choice. It looks clear, but it actually contains plenty of bacteria and microorganisms. This area could work as a dwelling place, but definitely not on the riverbed itself. Who knows if a heavy rain comes? This seemingly calm stream could turn into a flash flood. Collection point. There's a flat area up here. I'll set up camp right here. Chubby Guy. Finally, a cave comes into view. He can see it clearly now. The location is excellent, perfectly dry. It will provide shelter from the rain, and it offers a wide, open field of view. He examines what appear to be fossils in the ceiling. These strange, uniformly sized objects are puzzling. They look almost like rebar was placed, and concrete was poured around it. He creates a basic bed by piling up thick, soft foliage. It's a sparse setup, but it's all he has to get through the night. The dryness level is good. Lying on the dried grass actually feels decent. For the moment, he feels okay. But the day's immense physical toll is undeniable. He decides to force himself to sleep immediately. He knows that by the early hours, the cold will make sleep impossible. A gasp escapes him. The nighttime cold is far more brutal than he anticipated. Buzzcut Guy. This is the spot. This place is flatter. The ditch is right behind. Fetching water will be convenient. Why is the ground so hard here? It's dark now. I can't finish the shelter properly. I can only clear a patch of ground, but it will do. It's not the rainy season now. The ground is still quite dry. It's suitable for overnight. Damn it, F** sking thorns. Ouch. I wanted to pick some palm leaves for bedding. This will serve as a pillow. Ah, man. Well, I'll make do for the night. Actually, it's quite good. It's not the rainy season now. Look, the ground is pretty dry. Oh, damn. Something bit me. Let me see what this thing is. Where did all these big ants come from? But thankfully, these ants aren't particularly aggressive. I hope I'll be okay when I wake up tomorrow morning. Finally made it to dawn. It was a really rough night. Last night, insects were crawling all over me in the first half of the night. I couldn't sleep with them crawling around. In the latter half of the night, the insects lessened, but the temperature dropped and I was freezing. I didn't expect the temperature difference to be this large. There are so many birds here. One thing makes me particularly happy. There aren't many mosquitoes. You might find it hard to believe that in a primitive jungle like this, there would be so few mosquitoes. There are some very small ones, but they rarely bite and it doesn't hurt much. I think it's related to the season. It's currently the dry season. Everything around is very dry. It's not easy for mosquitoes to breed. Now, Chubby Guy. There's nothing to do but suffer through it until morning. At dawn, he uses exercise to drive the deep chill from his body. He prepares to set out immediately to continue his journey. Moving through this dense, overgrown brush proves incredibly difficult. Everything is soaked with morning dew. His entire lower body is completely drenched. A worrying numbness begins to set in his feet. The weather, at least, looks promising today. His mission continues, press forward and find water. He also desperately needs dry materials to craft new clothing. The discomfort is becoming unbearable. He's so cold now that his skin is covered in goosebumps. Abandoning his gear for now, he decides to search the immediate area for any material that could be woven into clothing. The canyon's environment is overwhelmingly damp, doubling as a chance to scout the area. He finds nothing that's dry enough. His only option is to use fresh, green plants, relying on the sun's heat and his own body warmth to dry them out while warm. It's a desperate measure, but it will have to do. The final result is ... rudimentary. Its insulation value is practically zero, but once it dries, it might offer some minimal protection. This garment is only a temporary, stopgap solution. Navigating this thorny terrain has already cost him. A sharp branch managed to scratch a very sensitive area. Later, finding proper materials for warm clothing will be an absolute necessity. For now, his most urgent priorities remain. Water and fire. A person can last a week without food, but just 3 days without water leads to total collapse. A tough discovery. Even the lowest points of the land are completely parched. The scene contradicts the land of 1,000 springs he might have hoped for. There is nothing. He has been walking for a long time now, under constant sun exposure, but the ground ahead is suddenly becoming much more damp. This is a sure sign that water lies beneath the surface. The sun's heat warms the ground, causing this hidden moisture to evaporate upwards. The further he goes, the wetter it gets. A triumphant laugh escapes him. He has found moisture, but it's not the ideal flowing water source he was hoping for. This kind of seepage is highly unreliable. It could simply be residual rain seeping down from the mountainsides above. It's not safe for long-term consumption. But in his current state, he'll take what he can get. He finds a patch of moss, which in damp conditions can absorb up to 20 times its own weight in water. This particular moss is saturated from the nearby seepage, making it a watery sponge. The only downside is the high sediment content. Admittedly, the small amount of moss water does little to quench his profound thirst. The hunt for a proper, flowing water source must continue. His luck changes. He stumbled upon a fantastic find, wild persimmons. The tree isn't large, but the surrounding brush is too thick. Success! He tries shaking the tree to dislodge the fruit. This one is perfectly ripe. It's a bit bruised from the fall. A moment of pure, focused enjoyment. He's careful to spit out the seeds. Ingesting them could lead to a very serious and painful intestinal blockage later. This one shattered into pieces upon impact. The taste is incredible. The best method would be to climb the tree, but most of the fruit is already smashed on the ground. Time is a luxury he doesn't have. He quickly devours a few more pieces of fruit. His focus now returns to the trio of survival: water, fire, and shelter. Buzzcut Guy. You're the one who tormented me all night. Oh, so thirst quenching. Today's goal: build a proper shelter and make fire, then I'll have my basic survival infrastructure. I didn't bring a knife into this jungle, but as someone who frequently operates in the jungle, building a shelter barehanded isn't a very difficult task. Use the surrounding small trees to build the frame, then use leaves for the roof. Note that we need to layer them from the bottom up. This provides the best waterproofing effect. The roof is quite thick, although it's the dry season now. It doesn't mean there's no rain. It just rains less frequently, and not as heavily. After working for half the day, I have no energy left. I haven't eaten for over a day now. Oh my goodness! It started raining right after I finished the shelter. The moment of truth has arrived, testing your creation. I was planning to go find some food, and now it has to rain. Conserve energy. Wait for the rain to stop before going out to find food. Don't worry, this rain won't last long, and it won't be too heavy. My only pair of dry pants needs to be put away. You can't be serious. What kind of shelter do I need to build to block this rain? It's blowing in. Actually, my shelter's rainproofing is quite good, but it can't withstand such heavy rain. Chubby Guy. He attempts to communicate with the environment, mimicking bird calls, while his target species doesn't respond. Other birds in the area answer his calls. A proper water source must be very close by. Then he hears it, the unmistakable sound of flowing water. He follows the dry riverbed inland. The elevation change is gentle, although the surface is dry. It has formed deep pools that trap water and light. The volume is small. Likely deposited here by past flows from upstream. He spots chili peppers growing above, and more importantly, fish darting in the water. This is a major victory. For now, he resists the urge to forage for peppers. His new mission is to find the perfect spot nearby to establish a permanent camp. He needs to finally solve the problems of shelter and fire. With the sun still high, gathering fire-making material can wait a little longer. He'll let the sun continue its work. drying everything out while he first secures a home. This spot could serve as a temporary base, but now, with a reliable water source found, he decides to search the immediate vicinity for a more permanent, secure shelter. His experience in these hills and this cave-rich terrain tells him there must be a far more suitable place to call home. Buzzcut Guy, my body is all sticky, a quick rinse and drying off will feel better. I was already hungry. Getting drenched makes me feel even hungrier. You can clearly see the stream's water level has risen, but it hasn't risen much. I'm thinking of catching some small fish from this river to eat, to replenish some body heat. They all hide under these leaves. I've thought of a good method. To catch them, hey! Ah, it's still swimming. There's another one here. Hey, not bad. Ah. The gallbladder is so bitter. I think I need to process this a bit. So bitter, really too bitter. I'm a bit impatient. Squeeze it out. This is much better to eat. I caught 3 more. The taste of raw fish is not as good as cooked fish. Haha. But under the current circumstances, having these fish to eat is pretty good, I think. After all, they could save my life. Tonight will be another tough night. It's already cold in the latter half of the night, and with the heavy rain today, the second half of the night will definitely be colder. In this current situation, I can't even start a fire. Everything is wet. We'll see about tomorrow. If I don't catch a cold or get a fever tomorrow, then I can continue. I believe my immune system should be up to the task.